Welcome back. I hope you're ready for this soul food session. I'm excited. I've been listening to Jack Canfield. He's been getting my life together. But before we get started, a couple of updates. Number one, my Etsy shop is actually live. The extension site that I'm building is not, but it's coming along. It looks awesome. I've been working really hard on it. If you're interested in checking it out, it's thelovelylionheart.etsy.com. And I'll take you to the store as it stands today. But I will tell you guys that I haven't been promoting it a lot because it just felt like it was missing something and I couldn't figure out what it was. But I brought in the new year watching The Secret, and they said something that really just clicked with me. Lisa Nichols, who I absolutely love. Lisa Nichols said that we give so much energy to fighting things. Like we fight cancer, we fight poverty, we fight war, we fight drugs, that we keep giving energy to that thing that we do not want. And I thought about that. I was like, do I really want to have a store that's just cancer themed? What's on the flip side of that? Like, what do I want as opposed to what don't I want? And I realized, to me it was simple. Like, I want health, I want wealth, and I want happiness. And so I have trying to shift it my direction a little bit to not just focus on women that are affected by cancer, but to make designs for strong women in general. And I think there are all kinds of strong women. There are leading ladies, there are boss babes, there are women that are strong in their faith. And so I'm really just taking the time to create these collections. It's going to be good though. It's going to be fun. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram at BraveBeauty26. You can follow me on Facebook as well at Brave Beauty Adventures. And I'm also on YouTube. I don't think I posted these videos lately. I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, that's it. Let's get started. So today's theme is, could the world be waiting on you? Last week or so, I was scrolling on Facebook and I came across a mom who was upset that she couldn't find any books with pictures of little boys that sew, because her son was learning to sew. This was like a really big issue for him, or for her rather. And she said that she'd emailed like 20 publishers or so, and none of them responded, and she was upset about that. And then these other women were like, yeah, it's so great that you wrote those letters. And I was sitting here thinking like, girl, take the pictures yourself. Like, put them on Instagram, put them on Facebook. Like, you can do that. Like, maybe you don't have to wait for somebody else to do that. You can do that. And it really got me thinking, like, how often do we take the visions that God has given us and put the responsibility of bringing them into existence on somebody else? Excuses aside, it's a very easy problem to fix, right? But I can't lie, I've done the same things. I tell people all the time that I am working currently on bringing or manifesting 3 God ideas that I was given right after treatment. And they were for young women affected by cancer, primarily because we are like the anomalies. There are a lot of us out there, but it's really tough to find stuff that's cute for us. Like the mastectomy pillows. Like, I found a lady that was doing like leopard print mastectomy pillows. I was like, yes, that's what I want. I don't want like these hospital-y, sickly looking stuff. I want the cute stuff. If I gotta have it, I want it to be cute, right? The next idea was the Lionheart Project, which is going to be me donating my services to people affected by cancer here in Jacksonville, Florida. And then the last idea is really where I'm like, I'm sitting on that one because it's tough, and I know I want to do it. I'm not quite sure how to do it, but I know I want to do it. We'll see how it plays out. But basically it was for a nonprofit, and the basis of it were really mental health services, making that connection in the cancer community, because I had to seek therapy on my own. And as soon as I found out that I had cancer, I sought a therapist. And I know that some cancer centers actually include that into like their whole treatment plan. My place does not. And it's a big deal. Like, just being diagnosed is a big deal. Going through treatment is a big deal. And especially if you have to like encounter any major physical body changes, like having your breast removed. I remember someone left a comment one time and I said like I was adjusting to my skin after radiation, and I didn't post the pictures of what my skin looked like after radiation, of my skin falling off, literally falling off. Someone left a comment saying like, oh, it's a part of life, our bodies change. Girl, you don't turn 50 and your nipples fall off. Like, that's not what happens, right? And it just really got me thinking, I'm not sure if there's enough mental health component and the cancer community, not just for the person affected, but especially for their spouses or their significant others who are oftentimes displaced and feel out of place during treatment. Like, there was really no one that my husband could talk to and that understood how he felt. And I'm sure there are a lot of other husbands and wives that would love to be talking to other partners that need help. And also on the mental health tip, I thought about how hard it was for my husband and I to get away, to kind of regroup. And being sick is very expensive. Like, no one has money for a vacation in the middle of all this, especially if you're one of those people that come in from out of town to come to get treatment. Like, come on, that's expensive. How nice would it be to have a weekend that you didn't have to worry about that? That you could just go to a hotel for a weekend, you go to a retreat for a weekend, you could go to Disney World for a weekend, or whatever the case may be, and have that paid for. And I was wondering, like, would people support that? Like, is that a thing? Could that be a thing? And I came across the Little Pink House nonprofit. I just like week-long retreats for people affected by cancer and their families, and I'm like, weekends are doable, right? That's dope. And the last thing was the cost associated with fertility preservation. First of all, cancer sucks. And it just happens to some of us. Like, not everyone smokes or like we're just doing the most and they just got cancer. Like, sometimes it really does just happen. And so to be hit with cancer and then to be hit with, if you want to have kids, you have to pay us $10,000. Like, that's a lot. It was $5,000 for us because we were blessed to be able to get into a program like Live Strong, who I will support. Absolutely. Live Strong Fertility paid for, in partnership with Walgreens, paid for all the medicines associated with our treatment. And so we only ended up paying for the actual services that we received through the fertility clinic, which was about $5,000. That's still a lot. It's still a lot. And when we went there, guys, and I'll have to post this vlog, when we went there, they were really expecting us to pay the whole $5,000 up front. And I was like, we can't do that. But imagine how we worked it out. But imagine how many people would not be able to work that out. Like, it's insane. That's what I want to do. Just putting, like, this is the vision that God has given me. And yet, I'm just wondering why, like, I'm waiting for somebody else to do it. Now, I remember being in one of my support groups and hearing women, without them even knowing my vision, and a few months after I've been given my vision, seeing them talk about the issues that I wanted to solve, right? Months after I was given that vision, I remember being in a group one day and the ladies literally they were talking about their experiences and they were naming all the things that I talked about. They were talking about their spouses feeling displaced. They were talking about how uncomfortable it was undressing after a mastectomy or a new man, like dating after a mastectomy. And that really just gave me confirmation, like, these are all valid things. These are all valid ideas. And yet a part of me was still like, maybe somebody else can do it because it seems like a lot for me to figure out. Like I said earlier, I'm listening to Jack Canfield's Success Principles, and he says that we only complain about things that we can change. We don't complain about things we can't change. Like, if you're hot, you can go in the house, right? You can't change gravity, so you're not complaining about gravity. And he said the reason we do that is because deep down we know that it would take us to change in order to bring about change. And that really struck me because it's absolutely true. Who would I have to become in order to make that nonprofit vision a reality? It's scary to think of the things that I would have to learn, to have to tackle, to have to go through to make it a reality, but that doesn't mean it's any less valid. What would that mom have to do or have to learn in order to put out images of her son sewing so that other little boys could see images of boys sewing? Having vision, wanting to be successful, wanting to bring about change is not convenient, and it's not always easy. And so I challenge you to take back the ideas that I've been giving to you. Oftentimes things don't exist because we haven't created them. Like, that idea that you're thinking of, that business that you're thinking of, that product that you're thinking of, that you think no one else would want, I guarantee you, there's somebody out there, not just somebody, I'm going to say, like, there's millions. How about that? Because I don't want you to make something just for somebody. There are plenty of people out there wanting and waiting on that thing, that vision that's been given to you that you might have pawned off on somebody else to bring to fruition. Take back your vision. Take back your destiny. Do that thing you know you've been called to do, because I guarantee you the world is waiting on you to create it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later.